Well, Karen, grocery stores tell me that today, Tuesday, not Wednesday before Thanksgiving, is the biggest shopping day. And here at Dorgnac's, they are absolutely packed. Now, there have been 32 cases of E. coli sickness in 11 different states, not in Louisiana. And at 1:30 today, the CDC said that while it is doing its investigation, a DNA investigation to find out where this romaine lettuce E. coli contamination came from, they want all stores, restaurants, and all of you at home to throw away all types of romaine lettuce, including romaine mixtures. Now, just a while ago here at Dorgnac's, as a precaution, they took it all off the shelves, but the suppliers are telling them they feel that they're going to know fairly soon where the contamination happened, what state it happened in. In fact, there was one time they recalled lettuce and they traced it back to Arizona, and here at Dorgnac's they get it from California, so they were fine. Rouse's tells us too that they have taken all their romaine lettuce off of the shelves as a precaution, and they're sanitizing all the shelves that it touched. Now, it's important to know again that no one here in Louisiana has gotten sick, and it's no grocery or restaurant or fast food chains they did anything wrong. No one here did anything wrong. It happened at the source, and as you know, in the past, it comes from human or animal waste, and an animal could walk across the lettuce field, or it could come in the water that irrigates the field. Now, we talked to some people earlier to see what they had to say about this recall.
I don't have any right now. I'm glad I met you to find out that I was going to get some lettuce for some sandwiches. Yeah. So I'm glad I didn't, and I'm glad, that you were out here to tell me about it.
How did you hear about it?
On my phone. I had a message from WWL on
and does that concern you?
Yeah.
Are you changing any plans for Thanksgiving other than romaine lettuce? Serving something else?
No, that's all. That's all.
You heard about the romaine lettuce recall?
No, I didn't.
Is it going to change any plans for Thanksgiving?
No, we don't have salad on Thanksgiving.
Now, it's important that you should know that if you ate some romaine lettuce, it could take a few days before you get sick, and usually it's diarrhea. It can be bloody diarrhea. Also, it's rare, but some people can go into kidney failure, have low red blood cell counts, and even die from it. Now, here's who's most at risk for having serious complications. Young children are more at risk. People who have cancer or heart disease or some type of illness where their immune system is compromised. If you do get sick, you should drink plenty of fluids. You won't necessarily get fever. And what you should do if you get very sick is you should call your doctor immediately, and you need to write down where you think the source was, where you had that romaine lettuce, and report it to the health department to help them trace where this came from so they can get to the bottom of it. Reporting live from Metairie at Dorgnac's, Meg Farris, Eyewitness News.